You can imagine my disappointment when in late December, the Kilauea volcano on the big island of Hawaii started going off. I am working and have been working on a book called Fire and Ice for not less than 20 years. And I've gone over to Hawaii several times for eruptions and flows, and yet this one was unique because the amount of energy coming out of the earth was astounding. At times, the explosion would reach 1,000 feet, and yet there was no way I could get to Hawaii. I was on my way to Indonesia for a dive trip, and from there I taught a workshop in India along with Gabriel Jacan, and then we went from there. Well, I went from there back to Seattle for a couple of days, flew into Germany, gave a talk, flew down to Bangkok, rendezvoused with Gabriel once again, and headed up to Hokkaido to teach yet another workshop. And from Hokkaido, I flew to Doha and into Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And since this eruption was occurring frequently, I kept on thinking in the back of my mind, maybe I'll have a chance to see it. And yet I still had Bhutan and North Vietnam lined up, and it just wasn't going to be in the cards. So you can imagine my surprise when I got home to find out that Chris, my long-term assistant, had booked a flight to Hawaii because, yes, it was still going off on a routine of every 5 to 7 days. So here I am, flying to Hawaii, getting to the big island, and to my dismay, it was cloudy and rainy, and up at the Volcanoes National Park, you couldn't even see past your arm because the cloud and the rain was so heavy. The following day, we woke up to the same situation. And yet, during breakfast at the Volcano House, it started clearing. Maybe there was a chance because according to everybody's thoughts, the eruption was going to occur within the next 24 hours. So we grabbed lunch stuff and headed out to a viewpoint and sat there on buckets that we had bought from True Value and just waited. And we really didn't have to wait very long because within 1 hour, it started bubbling up, and the photographers around us were saying, this is it, this is the big one, because they've been to several of the eruptions during the past few months. I wasn't quite prepared for this. I've seen a lot of eruptions. I've been on the top of Mount Etna during an eruption. I've seen a volcanic lake in the Congo. And yes, I've been to the Big Island to witness and photograph a lot of flows in the past. But this was unique. As the lava started exploding out of the earth, it just kept rising and rising. And in fact, it was the highest of the eruptions since it began in late December. It was extraordinary from several points of view. Just seeing how bright the lava was during the middle of the day was a delightful surprise, simply because I thought it's got to be at night, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see the lava very effectively, and yet I was wrong. The lava was so bright, and in fact, the surrounding of the land, the crater, was a great part of the composition. Rather than just having a triangle of orange set against a black backdrop, now we have landscape, steam. We could see everything, including tropic birds flying around that nest on the nearby cliffs. One of the things that also caught me by surprise was the sound. Now, we were perched on the edge of a crater, but 2 miles away. And yet the sound of the magma coming out of the earth was analogous to standing behind a jet engine at full throttle. It was just roaring, and that added to the suspense and the thrill of what we were witnessing. So this was a great venture to Hawaii, and we hit it perfectly. Art Wolfe is one happy camper.